Sorry, we're a little bit late, guys. We have some issues with Streamlabs, so we aren't going to be able to do any of the cool stuff tonight that usually comes with our live stream with dancing bears and stuff, because we had to literally uninstall and try to reinstall Streamlabs, but it was taking too much time, so we decided that we were just going to go live this way with you guys. So so sorry, no dancing bears tonight when things happen.
I mean, you could dance.
No, not dancing.
You could be a dancing bear.
Nope, not happening. My knees are killing me. We did a new calisthenic workout today.
Yeah, my thighs are hating
And
me.
my quads and my hammies and my triceps.
All of it.
is
Art,
killing
what's
me.
up?
We thought about you last week, didn't we? Didn't you mention him a little bit last
I
week?
think so.
I think you did. And so we're gonna give everybody a few minutes to come on in
Is
here.
Odessa still in the house? Gloria Bailey. Good evening, everyone. I'll stay as long as my battery lasts.
Somebody get that woman a charger.
Ladessa, can you bring me my bag, my crochet bag?
Breakaway.
What up? Oh, it's nice to know that they made it back safe.
I know, right? I wasn't gonna go there.
I have a charger. Wow, maybe we should go through YouTube more often. It seems like
everybody's getting a
people are getting the
notification.
notifications.
Yeah, maybe we need to do that.
Hey, we made it back safe. I'm outside my patio. That's what it is.
Somebody get her an extension cord. A couple of them. We gotta hook her up because today's live stream is gonna be kind of cool. Well, it was gonna be kind of cool because we can't. What's up, Geeky Gardens? Man, we had a. You guys don't want to miss next week's live stream because we will have our own commercial on the live stream.
Jason was feeling froggy this morning.
Bless
your heart.
I shared, and we invented something here, and we created something here on the homestead, and we're
created a headache. Is what he's created.
And we are going to be
via what?
How do you say? It's going to be coming to market. And
I don't even know what to do with you.
Yeah, it'll probably start out being on one of those late night home shopping networks.
Home shopping network.
But it'd be really cool. So you guys will get to see that commercial next week.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what to do with you. I really don't.
That was very frustrating for you with the Streamlabs today. I'm glad you're able to smile.
Fresh out of Jello straws. So one thing before we get going, are you going to tell everybody about next Tuesday?
I was going to let more people get in here because we've only been doing it a couple minutes. That's why I said I was going to give everybody a few minutes before we.
Well, I mean, we're at 4.5 minutes, so I was just.
Well, we learned today how important 30 seconds is.
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 30 seconds. It's in one of the bookcase under where the printer used to be.
Whatever you do, don't back up.
I know. I can feel her breathing.
Yeah,
hey, y'all, canned watermelon jam. Ooh. No comment about Jason arguing about 30 seconds being a long time. Oh.
You know, you're a dad now. of a young baby girl. So you can't be talking like that.
You're a dad of a 17-year-old now, so.
Nobody cares about you.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Everybody cares
Then how
about
come
you.
nobody called to wish you a happy birthday on
Really?
Friday?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You want to
Yeah.
go that route?
Who called you?
Trina,
Trina.
Carol.
Family.
Family. Yes, the only people that matter. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you, Mr. Patrick.
Sure, I can. Read Song of Solomon or read Song of Solomon. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know,
I could
I'm
never.
just saying.
Miss Amy. She didn't call.
She
She
texted.
texted.
I don't
Miss D. Miss D still loves me. You didn't even wish me a happy birthday.
Y'all got cookies.
So-
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Nope.
First thing when I woke up.
Really?
Anyway,
Because I didn't hear
my
it.
boss gets upset when he says a minute.
And he's late, always saying, "Give me a minute." Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go pull on some
Yep, go do that.
butters.
Mhm. Have a nice day.
Wah, wah.
So, why is it that the whole month that her birthday's in is about her?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my
And it's
birthday
like
month.
the end of the month. Like her
It's my
birthday is on the
birthday month, my
25th.
birthday month.
But you all pull that. Well, you don't because yours is the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
But all three of my kids, their birthdays are at the end of the month. And they're like, as soon as their birthday month hits, it's like, it's my birthday month. And I'm like, where did that come from?
A whole month. I'm lucky I got a meal.
Right?
Okay, so we're about 7 minutes in. So I want to make, I told everybody in the Facebook group.
I forget my own birthday.
On the Facebook group that we were going to have a special announcement.
Yes.
Well, those of you that's been around for a while can remember very long live streams. Well, next Tuesday, election day, we're probably going to end up having a long live stream. We are going to hook up with Breakaway Homestead, our buddy, and we are going to talk and follow the election. The reason why we're doing this is both of us, the last presidential election, we went to bed. Our candidate was leading. We woke up and they lost.
I have no idea how that happened.
I had no idea how that happened.
So they vowed this time.
So we vowed that we are not going to let that happen this year.
Insomnia Club.
We are going to stay up with it, and we're gonna talk about some things.
Well, because the reality of the matter is that the polls close at what, 7 p.m.
Sometimes, yeah.
So 7 p.m. Eastern time is only 4 o'clock on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So Pacific time. So in order for all the polls to close, it's going to be 10 o'clock our time before their polls even close.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's going to take, a while. And so that's the reality is we won't know anything,
So we're going to have a special live stream with that. It's okay if you don't make it. I do think it should be a priority for you, though.
Miss the election. It's not a priority for me.
Because a lot of things, like I said before, a lot of things are on the table.
They gotta get their cheat correct.
And so a lot of decisions are going to be what's the word? On the table, depending on the outcome of this election. Neither party is going to be able to fix anything right away, immediately.
No, it took us 4 years to get into it. It's going to take us a little
And
while
so
to get out of it.
I think we're going to have some really good conversations. I think we got some really good. What's up, paratrooper?
Wow, you didn't call him Pooper Scooper?
No, he called me Leatherneck.
Okay.
And so I don't know. Are we going to do a Marine Corps birthday?
I was going to say, I noticed that you changed your profile pic. You jumped the gun. It wasn't quite November yet.
The posts have already begun about Marine Corps birthday,
Your
and
birthday.
it's my son's birthday ball is next week.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
No, this Friday.
So is it this Friday?
This
I don't know. He didn't invite us this time, so I must have
This
made
Friday.
him mad. Something with it being his very last ball. I would thought that he would want us there, but
their birthday month, Robin.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe okay.
Right, but he's changed his profile picture in October. He usually starts the 1st of November, which is really funny because
Look, stop. You've got to stretch before you run any marathon.
I know.
And so putting my picture up is just me
Just
stretching.
the beginning.
Just the beginning. It's just me stretching to put out all the wonderful Marine Corps meetings.
You're never here, paratrooper.
So
He said he doesn't. It looks weird him not having a wrench when Lone Star has one.
no.
Oh, feelings hurt.
Oh, poor little thing. Show up more often, you get a wrench.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
curious, sweetheart, what you crocheting tonight? It's a prototype. That's all I'm gonna say. I have this idea in my head. Now I'm trying to make my head match my fingers. King size bed cover. Holy crap, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
Really? Really?
Mhm.
Really?
Mhm.
I got 2 words. Temperature
Oh
blanket.
my gosh. Worst idea.
What is she
ever.
chewing on?
I don't know. There's nothing over here. Herself, maybe?
No, it sounds like she was chewing on your chair.
Oh, she might have been.
So let's just kind of roll right in. So be ready for the election live stream. We'll follow, keep it up. I love doing live streams with Breakaway.
The cord for this.
Because he could be a radio. I think he missed his calling. I mean, he has a perfect face for radio.
Oh, that's
but
not nice.
He could be a radio talk show DJ. He's very good to do stuff like that with. But let's roll into, I don't know if you guys seen the post made on the Big Bear Homestead page today, but it was giving you guys kind of a little bit of a heads up about the topic tonight, with it being the end of October and we're still in the middle to the high 80s here.
Not today, but we will be tomorrow.
Well, we were like, what, 82, 83 today?
Mm-mm.
We were in the
maybe.
80s. Yeah, I was going to say, we were in the 80s.
What does AccuWeather say?
Yeah. And so here's the thing. Everyone, we've been up here, we've been on our Forever Homestead now, what, 11 years?
11 years.
11 years. And during this 11-year process, we have had a
might be your internet, Palmetto.
we've had severe ice that pretty much shut down the state of Georgia, killed some folks. We've had snow, and we've had 80 degrees at Christmas.
At Christmas, yes, we've had that before. And it's been within the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, because it happened before Blaze went to the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I mean, that 80 degree.
It was because he had a job. He was able to buy me, this is the reason I know this, because he was able to buy me Christmas gifts. Like, we all got Christmas gifts from him that year. So he had his own money. And I remember getting like all of this really cool stuff and not being able to wear any of it because it was all winter stuff and it was 80 degrees outside. So it must have been,
Well, he's been gone almost 5.
4, right? Almost 5.
Almost
So
5.
that's what I'm saying.
So
Probably about 6 or 7
7,
years ago.
8 years. So,
Did the most redneck thing this morning. I killed a mouse with a sweet potato. That's like the whole vibe that we've had today. I just moved. Oh,
Potato?
she just moved from Snellville, Georgia. Not sure I was right or wrong. I was right or wrong. Temp not too different. Yeah. Was in Babylon, aka Dallas Fort Worth 2 weeks ago. It was hotter there. Concrete will bake you. Yeah, I bet. My gut agrees with you, Lone Star. We're due.
So
It's fixing to be cold. I don't know. They keep saying it's going to be warm here.
it's supposed to be warmer than normal here. That's what everybody's calling for.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, we've already, the Farmer's Almanac was one of the things that we like to kind of go by, claimed that our first frost was going to be like
Ledessa's birthday.
2-3 days ago. Not happening.
Not even close.
You still walk outside too fast, you will slip on the dew. So with that in mind, we're choosing to push the envelope, so to speak. Our peppers are still outside.
Mm-hmm.
Our eggplant is still outside and producing. We did pull all of the tomatoes, which in hindsight, we probably no, we still got those little cherry tomatoes out there, don't we?
There's still some Romas out there.
Oh, there is?
What is it with everybody thinking that when you don't go to church that they've upset you? Is that the culture that we're in now? It can't possibly be that you got to.
Okay, anyway.
I'm sorry. We have Roma tomatoes going. I think we still have some regular tomatoes, some slicers too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we do
I
have
thought I pulled them
cherry tomato. No, there's still some growing out there.
Those, I don't know what, I'm usually not a fan of cherry tomatoes.
Oh,
I'll be
my
honest.
favorite.
But the ones that you got out there,
they're like an orange one. They're not like the bright red. Like they never turn bright red. They're like a bright orange color. I don't know what they.
It turns red to me. I don't know of different shades of red. I don't pay a lick of attention to different. Red is red. What?
I'm just laughing at you.
And so when it turns red, I pluck it and I eat it. Those cherry tomatoes are really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Palmetto said, I already cut all of my peppers back to overwinter. I left the tomatoes to die and they're still producing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't shown any signs of our peppers slowing down, because like what I did is I was worried that we were going to have a frost. And so I went ahead and picked all of my red Tabascos, all of my red cayennes. And I went ahead and got all of that cleared away. And then I was prepared for us to start pulling all of the yellow ones and the green ones, because we could make pepper vinegar out of them. And so I was ready for that. And then nothing happened. We didn't even get, I think the lowest we got was like 38. And the peppers they didn't even care, because the soil was still so warm that it didn't even bother them. So yeah, I didn't even lose any flowers. Like I still had a bunch of flowers, and I still have our eggplant. Our eggplant is still flowering and making fruit. So I don't know. That's weird.
And so we're gonna risk it. We started a lot of seeds. Like for the first time, we've started asparagus by seed. Keep your fingers crossed. Now this is a long process, doing asparagus by seed. I mean, it takes them almost 2 weeks just to germinate. So we're gonna see how this goes. We're pretty much going like, why not? Why not give it a go? So we've done that. Did you start the globe artichokes yet? No, we're gonna start globe artichokes by seed. This is the perfect opportunity for us to say, why not? Give it a go. Do things that we kind of always wanted to do.
Well, it's like, did I tell you that there were some some beans that
Yeah,
reseeded
That
themselves.
reseeded themselves.
I didn't
up.
pick them up. I'm just
We got a watermelon out there that
We got 3 watermelon
that
plants.
just popped up out of nowhere. I guess it was seeds that you put in there that didn't germinate,
Or we had something that grew and dropped seed. I don't know, because we did have watermelon in that pot, so I don't know.
yeah, but they were all on the outside of the
Yeah,
pot. That's what
I don't know.
I don't know, but they just showed up.
Shut up.
We're not gonna do anything. We're not
Just
gonna
let
pull
it go. I mean, it's not gonna get hot enough for them to be. I don't think, but
them. You never know.
You never
We'll
know,
see.
I guess, but it's weird.
But we're gonna give it a go. Our okra is still producing.
We still have flowers on our okra plants.
We still got flowers popping all the time. You picked what, almost a 5-gallon bucket full?
Yeah, well, you know how okra gets. Okra will get away from you, and then you don't realize that you have as much as you have. And so what we did, I guess it was last week or week before, you guys pulled a bunch of the seed.
Yeah,
pods.
we pulled all the seed pods, and then we pulled all the ones. We went out there and harvested everything. The seed pods, all the okra that we could use to eat, and then
I'm sorry, I had to laugh because that's April, our wonderful moderator.
and then the ones that were before they were going to seed, we went ahead and pulled them like you did today,
Right.
to give to the pigs.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
so what you pulled today was all from the stuff that was flowering from last week.
I don't know. Yeah, I went ahead and if it was green, it was in the bucket.
There you go.
And I figured, because I don't want any more seed pods. There are still seed pods out there. I did not grab the seed pods, but I'm not going to let anything else go to seed. And
we
so
harvested over 2 full quarts of okra seed.
Yeah, we have so much okra seed. It's not even.
And we are members. Speaking of members, we still need those emails. Our members are getting okra seeds. And so we may give some out as contests. We haven't decided on exactly what we're going to do. We're waiting on our members to send us the email, so that way we can get theirs out, how many packets of 25 seeds they want. And so if you're not a member, you missed out on that giveaway. So that we're gonna have that. We've got some squash seed that we've got to harvest. The squash and zucchini sitting on the table. Obviously not.
Did I tell you that I picked a pumpkin today? I found another pumpkin. I found another New England sugar pie pumpkin out there.
Cool.
That was only about like that big, but it was really cool.
That was cool. That is cool.
Yep.
But we are definitely going to be planting a bunch of kale, but we're also going to try, because of how it's supposed to be a mild winter, we're going to try to go ahead and get peas going and get a big bumper crop of peas.
Definitely sugar snap.
Yeah. And see what it goes with, because they can handle a little bit of a frost.
Oh,
so
we recently lost 60% of our income. So I have 0 memberships and 0 Patreon subscriptions. I'm sorry. Hate that for you.
What were you? You must have had a podcast. Oh.
No, he's saying he's not paying for anybody's memberships or Patreon right now because they lost 60%.
I thought he said he had one, and I'm like,
no, because they lost 60% of their income. That
stinks.
sucks.
You're gonna have to call me, bro.
I'm sorry to say, but okra has not been in much of my diet, but sounds like it should be now that I did not grow any.
I love okra raw and okra fried. Not too big a fan of it boiled, but puts it in you put it in a soup, right?
Mhm.
A soup, a stew.
Yeah, you can put it in vegetable soup.
But Robin makes this thing called okra fritters. And I will fight somebody for those okra fritters.
And then you're not crazy about, but I like to cut them long ways and toss them in a little bit of oil and bake them till they get a little crispy. And
it tastes like I'm chewing on a stick when she does that. I don't like that.
It might be that I was using ones that were a little woody, and that's why you felt like they were chewing on a stick. Because last year when I made them that way, you liked them. Of course, everything changes with you. We had we had crawfish and shrimp etouffee for Ladessa's birthday. She requested that, and she it was really, really good, but Jason's not a fan of it. He'll tolerate it, but it's not like something he requests. But we were sitting down to eat, and he was like, I don't like this. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you told me I'm not crazy about this. I'm like, no, you're not. And he's like, but this is really good. I'm like, well, keep that. Keep thinking that. Because the rest of us in our house love it. It's not his favorite.
Yeah.
Look at cream of crap. Nope, we did not use cream of crap.
What did she say? Fight on
when sounds like a challenge for me. Palmetto said I would rather eat celery than okra.
Yeah.
Niana said I've never grown okra, but I love fried okra.
D, I will, and welcome, D. We've missed you. Love you.
Love you.
So happy to see you in here tonight, by the way, because we've been talking about you a lot lately. We've been worried about you, thinking about you.
Mhm.
But ever since you called her out on the cream o' crap. One, and when she's telling everybody that she's making it,
mm-hmm.
she tells that story,
mm-hmm.
and she mentions you.
Mm-hmm.
She don't mention you by name,
mm-hmm.
but she says, "I got this." She's like
very close friend of mine, like my mama,
second mama,
mm-hmm.
and she taught me how to do made a roux, or that's what it's called, right? A roux.
Mm-hmm.
And
you have the Trinity.
And the funny thing is,
Trinity. You have to have the Trinity.
The funny thing is she just says that you taught her how to make the roux. She won't tell a soul the recipe.
Well, the bad thing is it's online. It's online. She pointed me to a person online that makes it. And
yeah, but you make it out like it's this CIA top secret thing and nobody gets the recipe out of you.
Eating okra challenge. I'm game for that.
Oh.
That's what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'll never forget. Like, we were on live and I said something about, we're gonna have crawfish, and I said etouffee, and she was like, it's etouffee, not etouffee. And she's like, please tell me you are not cooking it with cream of crap. And I was like, no, I'm not, because you're going to tell me how to make it without it. Ironically, the whole reason I was introduced to it was my aunt, who was a transplant to Louisiana. She made it at a family reunion we were having, and I absolutely loved it. And I asked her for the recipe. She gave it to me. And I imagine what it is that the women that she hangs out with are not ones to cook from scratch. So they probably just are okay with using cream o' crap. And so that was what I knew. And she was like, no. And then when I made it the right way, like when we were on Friday, when I was supposed to be making it, we stopped at the store to get a couple of things, and I grabbed a cream of mushroom. I did it as a joke, because I'm gonna need it eventually for Thanksgiving for
Green bean.
green bean casserole. And it was on sale, so I grabbed it real quick. But it was so funny because
Ladessa got
Ladessa
so
was
offended.
so mad. She's
What are you
like,
doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? So
Palmetto says, just throw a few cans of laziness in a pot and call it good, right? So
you gotta send me your hot sauce, bro.
definitely.
You gotta send me your hot sauce.
I started, I made crushed red pepper flakes today.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. Which one? I have 4 kinds.
Send me all four. We'll taste it. We'll do a product review on it, and then
Send you.
and then we can also put your link on our website in our shop.
Yeah.
For you to help you out that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to set up a page that's like the things that we, like the businesses we support, kind of like how your podcast. No, kind of like how your podcast does, where they have like an affiliate page or something like that. Not necessarily call it affiliate page, but products that we use that we like.
People that we trust.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I want to.
Yeah, give us a call, D. We miss your voice.
Yeah. Definitely.
So we did something today. We know we guys told you guys that it would probably happen this weekend, but we actually got some more rain here this weekend.
Yeah, it was very strange. We were supposed to film, and then all of a sudden we went outside and it was raining.
Yeah, but we got it filmed this afternoon. It's definitely a video you're not going to want to miss.
I'm still sore. I'm gonna be sore. Just so you know.
I don't want to spoil it, but there is some funny.
One of the reasons why a bunch of you around is because you're entertained by our back and forth and our funnies. Like, we can be pretty funny when we're together.
Nothing about today's video is funny. Especially when that wasn't funny at all. I actually squirted a little. So, yeah, I'm still a little salty about that.
I bet you are if you peed on yourself.
And so, not cool. But video should probably be coming out, tomorrow or Wednesday?
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
You definitely don't want to miss it.
That was a mess.
Yeah.
Pull some cash out before election day. Top off your tanks, folks, just in case.
Amen.
I'm back. What do you guys want sides?
Broccoli.
Green beans. Yeah.
You're interrupting what?
I am not.
Sure.
Yeah, you are.
No.
If you remember this saying, you're old as me. Warning, warning, Will Robinson, battery feed time. Oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we got that done.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger.
I have a question. I'm just gonna, since there's really, geez, there's 16 people in here.
Yeah. Well, 13 now. We scared everybody off.
We started doing something a couple of weeks ago, and I'm curious how many of you do it. It's on your radar, whatever. We have a good friend of ours whose wife is self-admitted. She calls herself a shopaholic, like she loves to shop. And since her husband is all about, stocking things up, he doesn't mind it. But she started couponing. And after I visited their house and saw what it meant to coupon, Jason and I decided that I should try to do a little myself. And, we come from the generation where coupons were in the newspaper on Sundays, right?
Yes.
Like that's
the newspaper was
like
that
this
thick.
thick.
It was big as a phone book.
And you had to go through all of the coupons and
Mhm.
decide what you wanted, what you didn't. You had a little,
You had to sit down.
expandable.
Your mama had a War and Peace
Yeah.
book of coupons.
I remember them having like what almost looked like the baseball card, you know?
Yes.
And like you'd have them all.
Yep. And you would take 5 minutes to get all your groceries scanned and done in, and then here comes the book.
Get your binder out, get some baseball card protect. 'Cause that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like that was like that's what it was. It
And
used
then
to be.
look, I'll even go one better. BP used to
Fiddle Fern, Sloppy Joe's.
Oh,
All
I haven't
right.
had Sloppy Joe's.
I thought about Sloppy Joe's, but we just had ground beef yesterday, so I didn't want to.
But BP used to have these. There was like these tickets that they used to give out, and you used to get to go to the counter, and it was like a rotary phone, and you used to have to do this thing when you were putting the stuff in, or then then they switched to a hole punch thing, and
Yep. And I bet your mama did a lot of couponing because it saved money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you sat around and waited.
I had to help cut them.
Oh, hey, Jared. He said, I'm sorry. I just realized I was logged in on Sarah's page. I know I haven't talked to y'all much lately, but I have been stalking Sarah's Facebook. I saw that La Mancha today that she was trying to get rid of. Did y'all ever get rid of it before you leave and have Sloppy Joe's? Because I want to know. Text Sarah, we have to get y'all caught up. I'm serious. Like I texted her, asked her if we could get together, and I like haven't heard from y'all in forever. So I thought it was just me. Best advice: newspapers don't put coupons out on weeks with holidays. That'll save some money.
He just left. I guess it was the goat.
Probably. Why I will not use self-checkout Lacey machine. I'll tell you though, with the way that all these digital coupons are now, it seems like the self-checkout is where all the couponing people like to go.
Look, my parents just completely ruined me. I don't like going Christmas tree shopping, and I don't like going shopping. But I have come to enjoy Christmas tree shopping because you're a lot like me. We're going to one place and we're picking it out.
Okay, I will definitely. I still have her phone number. I'll text her as soon as we get off the stream.
And so we go there, we pick out our tree.
Well, because we made it fun. Like
yeah, and when you make, let me finish my thing. You make hot cocoa. I mean, you worked your tail off to make it enjoyable for me again, and I do appreciate that. I mean, you took a childhood scar and you turned it into a loving adult memory. Now I know somebody's going to say something about a Christmas tree. Somebody who likes to jump out of perfectly good airplanes, but we're just going to ignore his comment because we know it's coming. But you've also kind of made shopping a little bit fun. Now, I'm still Gen X, and I still don't mind going to, because Sam's is like the only place that does it, is Free Sample Saturday. And I love walking around. Getting the samples. And if it's something I like, I'm going to make 3 trips.
It's not perfectly good airplane.
That's true. So I started going to Sam's with you.
Mhm.
But now Sam's has this thing where, and this is one of the things that I don't mind you doing it.
Mhm.
Because if you do what they call, what is it, like scan and go,
Mhm.
where you can use the app,
Mhm.
you get discounts on certain products.
On not everything, but some stuff, yeah.
Yeah, certain things, whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a really big discount.
Yep.
And so I don't mind doing that because I am a huge advocate to get rid of the self checkouts.
Mhm.
Because the way that I look at that is they just made it free slave labor for you to not only buy their products and give them money for their products, but you're also
Doing the work for 'em.
doing free labor for them.
Yeah.
But at least with Sam's, you get a discount because I wouldn't mind if you use self checkout, you get 2% discount on your total bill, or 5%, 10%, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely incentives for some things. It'll say scan and go price is
Right.
this.
But now the cool, I think this is cool. Now I think this is cool. One, because it's a new kind of tech toy kind of
Mhm.
thing, but it's also kind of cool because I feel like it gets us one step closer to the Jetsons and Sarah Connor.
Mhm.
But they have this thing.
Now, this is still at Sam's.
This is
what
at
we're talking
Sam's.
about.
They have this like archway that you walk through, and as long as you got the stuff in a buggy, it basically takes a real quick picture of the buggy. And by the time you get to the guy, because at Sam's Club they always got the guy that's going to scan your receipt and then scan stuff in your
buggy.
in your buggy,
Mhm.
right? That's like what?
A second, maybe.
It's like 3 steps
It's
by
like
the time.
instantaneous, yeah.
I think we take like anywhere from 3 to 5 steps before we hit that guy.
Yeah.
After we go through that archway,
Mhm.
it's already scanned everything in your
Cart.
compared it to what's
Your
online
receipt.
on receipt, and they look at you, say you're good to go, keep going.
Yep.
It's just.
Yeah, and it looks like the archway looks like if you've ever been to like a concert where they build the metal, thing that
like
goes
a metal
that
detector.
holds or that holds the lights like at a stage, it's got the metal, anyway, that's what it looks like. And it's pretty cool that, that they have that capability.
And look, I have been keeping a close eye on Tesla's Gen 3 robot.
Yeah.
And the closer it gets, it's supposed to be coming out in December next year. But even though he made for everybody to buy, but you can get on a waiting list and be a tester where you can rent it for a little while and give them feedback.
I can't believe that you would willingly have one of those. I mean, we
here's the
grew
thing.
up with Arnold.
We grew up with the book iRobot, 1984, Fahrenheit 451, the Terminator,
Animal Farm,
all these things, the Jetsons, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm also looking at it as I'm going to be 50 in a couple of months. The tractor was so much help. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to run out and buy one of these robots. Okay, don't get it twisted. One, I think if you have the extra money to be able to invest in Tesla, definitely do that, because I foresee that if these crazy robots come out and there's half as good as what they're projecting them to be, and he's able to keep them at anywhere from 10 to 20,000, his stock's going to go through the roof with them. If you could afford to drop $100, $1,000, $2,000, and whatever his stocks cost right now,
that's
and get you
question. I wonder what they cost.
get you some shares of them, and then just hold on, because I'm telling you, this whole robot, we are very close to the whole iRobot scenario. when I say scenario, I don't mean them going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and trying to end the human race. I'm just saying that's one of his goals is to get one of these robots in every home.
But he also has the goal of getting to Mars.
Too.
So he's not trying to kill everybody off. He's trying to, so.
It's one of those things that if you like to play or if you got the money to play around in the stock market, I mean, look it up on YouTube.
They're almost $263
a share. That he went from their hands. That was the really big thing. Their hands went from being able to do like 12, being able to manipulate 12 points or something like that, to now they're almost equal with human hands. And it's just, and they're training. You're supposed to be able to train these things to do anything. And so you could train it to go feed the pigs. You could you're supposed to show it one time and it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been keeping up. It's just something that I'm curious about, because my whole sci-fi side of me really thinks that's kind of, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but it's also kind of scary, because those things can also be used to monitor everything that you're doing, watch everything that you're doing, and prevent you probably from doing things. That's why they made the movie iRobot. So
it's funny. Palmetto said my hands hurt just watching her crochet. We had said this on another on another live stream. I kind of have to right now because there's not as much for me to do right now with my hands. I mean, I'm still getting out and doing stuff, but I need something to keep my hands active. And we first learned this when I was doing Blaze's temperature blanket, because I was consistently like keeping up with it. And when I stopped after I finished it, like almost immediately, my hands started hurting again. And so I realized I have to, at least during the cooler months and the more like not humid, but like wet and cold months, like January, I definitely need to be keeping my hands busy, because otherwise my arthritis sets in and I am not a happy camper.
Oh, I mean,
so just one of those things.
Well, that's one of the things that it's proven that when you what's up, Kyle? When you have arthritis, when you have, as you get older, like we are, the more movement you can do in getting those joints moving, the healthier they stay.
My knees are not agreeing with you right now.
My knees ain't agreeing with me either. I don't know what we were thinking doing that as calisthenics today, but I mean,
it'll get better.
Yeah.
It'll get better. It's like I said, I don't care what I felt like. I did it. Like,
yeah, we accomplished it.
We accomplished it. We did it.
Yeah. Well, I came across a guy on YouTube, and it was, and this video was trained like a Navy SEAL.
I said, we got like the second one, and I was like, what was your first clue that this was going to be hard? It said trained like a Navy SEAL. Like, what? What were you thinking?
And so I was kind of feeling my oats. I mean, I've been in the gym now for what, 14, 15 weeks. I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be the first to admit, with my brain injury coordination, I should have thought about some of this stuff and the amount of coordination
it would require.
It requires, because I felt goofy out there.
You forgot how old you are. That's what happened.
and how fat I still am. So, but we made it through. We made it through. We got it done. I felt good afterward. I'm glad we're only going to be doing it once a week.
I'll tell you one thing that I noticed. I did not think I could do push-ups at all. Now, granted, I'm not doing the full male, standard push-up, but I was able to consistently, like I wasn't struggling. It was a constant. I don't know if you noticed, but I never stopped. Like I kept going for the 30 seconds. And I have to attribute that to the day of the week that I hate the most, which is chest day. I've been working on bench pressing, and it's obviously paid off because I did have the strength, even if it was just to push my upper body, not my entire body up. And I'll get there, but just the idea that I was able to do that was pretty cool. So I don't know. But, and you did too. You did pretty well with the push-ups.
The burpees got me.
I think burpees get everybody, honestly. They're rough.
But we're also, we're constantly, look, as we evolve here on the homestead, we have to, homesteading, preparedness and homesteading, you're always constantly learning. And as you go, you close one chapter in life and you start on the next one. Because even though preparedness and homesteading is your lifestyle, but you still go through different stages in life.
Right.
You're having a baby. Your baby's graduating high school. Your baby moved out to go to college. These are all different stages and different chapters in life. Oh no, you have arthritis.
Your baby has a baby.
Your baby had a baby. Oh baby. And so you're constantly evolving. You're constantly learning. And you're always thinking about the future. As much as I go crazy when Robin uses her analogy about spinning plates, it drives me insane.
Don't know why.
It's because it's really good and I didn't come up with it.
Oh, no, the truth comes out.
You when you're a family, your family is your unit, is your team. And you begin working together as a team. Well, as a parent, some of it is you have to be a responsible parent, and you have to prepare your child to be able to go out and plant their own roots and to be able to stand on their own. So that means you have to teach them work ethic. You have to teach them responsibilities. You have to teach them how to do their laundry. You have to teach them how to cook, how to
all
clean.
that stuff. Yeah.
And by doing that, that means they're taking that plate off of the parent's plate and they're doing it. If you're doing this correctly,
Right.
You're not just giving them lip service and giving them a lecture on how to do it. You're actually letting them do it and then kind of holding their feet to the fire to make sure that they do it. It's no different than when they went from you having to bathe them to them bathing themselves. And then when they hit, especially boys, they hit like 11, you have to remind them that soap is not poison.
Right. They're not allergic to soap.
Yeah. And so, but then when they grow up and they move out and you have to bring that, these guys are driving me insane.
Turn your ringer off. Yeah.
You have to take that spinning plate again. And so you're already juggling all these other plates, and then all of a sudden that plate gets handed back. Comes back. And this is a process that you have to evolve with.
Mhm.
You know, it's like I took the laundry back over. Um,
Which is incredible, by the way.
I
And he
don't.
makes the bed.
I don't mind. Um, well, here's the thing about reason why I make the bed. My wife, I love her to death. Okay, don't get me wrong here. Absolutely love my wife to death.
Of course we missed you. I was
Um,
sad when you said you were leaving.
The moment her head hits the pillow,
I'm out.
she can be asleep.
I'm out.
Also, the moment that alarm goes off, she's like a
I'm
jack in
up.
a box.
I'm out.
She's out.
If I get enough sleep. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, I think she does it on purpose because then that way she doesn't have to make the bed.
No.
Because it makes me be the last one out of the bed. And
Because I used to make the bed, but I'd have to wait until you got up and got out of the bed to make the bed. So sometimes it would be in the middle of the day before I made the bed. That's what I think is really cool is that now we've both committed to waking up like super early. We get up at, my alarm goes off at 4:50. And then I allow myself to, like, it's the psychological thing. I set it for 4:50 because I want to wake up at 5. So I allow my brain to hit the snooze one time so that I can kind of get my brain ready to go.
and she must be like the Flash with the snooze button. I don't even hear the alarm. I don't know if it's because the
Alexa.
no, the breathing machine thing.
Oh, yeah. Is right there.
Sleep
CPAP.
apnea.
Mm-hmm.
CPAP machine is right there. I can't hear her, or she's just like
yeah.
Because I don't ever hear it.
Yeah.
And so
I get up, start the coffee, and then I come and get him once the coffee's ready.
But
anyway.
Circling back around. And so I've taken on, doing the laundry. I've taken on making sure Lagatha and the cat have food and water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowed to do the dishes or cook yet. But I think cooking is going to be coming soon. I'm going to be permitted to be able to do that.
Look, you made my day yesterday bringing me my tea. That was amazing, by the way.
And so it's relearning to be how you were before the kids were there. Because before the kids were there, everything was was a well-oiled machine, and then you had to be a parent and start dumping some of those things to the children, so that way they learned how to do them, so that way when they did move out, they could do these things.
Right. So you take on new plates,
Mm-hmm.
and what has happened is now we have to, and Lone Star said this earlier in the chat, or not Lone Star, I'm sorry, Breakaway said now you have to decide which plates you're going to spin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we've had to do.
Yeah.
We time to routine. That's exactly what we've had to do. We have had to get a routine going and see how it works for us. And I think we finally are going to figure it out this week. We've kind of tweaked a few things, and I think the way that we're doing it now is going to work. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the things that I love about our routine is most people are just kind of starting the crux of their day at about 8:30, and by 8:30 we've already had our coffee, had our breakfast, fed the animals, and started our morning.
And
stuff.
Today we've started planning out what video that we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can start bringing back content. Mm-hmm. And so it's just, and I'll be honest with you guys, working out and doing the cold water therapy, and the sauna and the steam room and just forcing myself to be more active and changing my diet. Once we learned some of that stuff about my diet, has really helped us become more active. But it's dinner time.
It is dinner time. My belly is telling
And
me
I got lemon peppered chicken waiting on me.
Yes, with broccoli. And I hope she made the green beans with our pepper vinegar.
She probably did.
I love our pepper vinegar. As for birthdays, I count by 21, soon to hit my 21st birthday. Does that mean you're 84?
Wow. You're just going to throw that right out there.
Well, I mean, she did.
Well, maybe some people are not good at math.
Holy cow. That's impressive. And she's working on a king-size bed cover? Whew. Girl, if that's right.
But they don't make them like that anymore.
No. But I am determined for them to be able to say that about our generation.
We're the forgotten generation.
I'm just saying.
We're the feral generation.
Mm-hmm.
We're the generation that our parents made us and then figured out they didn't want us.
Just threw a key around our neck.
Threw a key around our neck
And
and
let us fend for ourselves.
figure it out. And if you survive, you survive.
Of course, we're also the reason why they have Lunchables and processed, Hungry Man foods and stuff, because parents are like, we're not, like, you can figure it out. Feed yourself.
We were also the reason why roads were cleaner back then, because we were all out there scavenging for bottles and cans so we could get some food.
We're hybrids from before and after internet. Yep. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I know, right?
Well, my favorite one that's still, this is your brain.
Yes.
This is your brain on drugs.
Any questions?
Any questions? Still, I mean, it's one of those that it's, and then Schoolhouse Rock, Conjunction Junction. I still
What's your
function? I don't even know.
All right, it's 8 o'clock. It's dinner time.
It's dinner time, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us this hour. And
go to the movies and they start with the national anthem.
Yep. Don't forget, election night, we will have a special live stream with Breakaway Homestead.
Next Tuesday.
Be looking out for our video coming out tomorrow or Wednesday. Wednesday. Be paying attention to our social media, the Facebook page and the Nation group, and Instagram. We're going to start kicking out this content and stuff now. Again, we've kind of got those plates a spinning.
And I'm going to tell you, getting Jason moving at 5:30 in the morning, by 7:30 when it's time to do chores, he's a hoot. So if you're not on Instagram, and you can be on Instagram, you most definitely need to check that out, because I'm going to start putting all of that stuff on there. So you know.
Yeah. And so there's
that. All right.
Yep. Guys, if you want, we're going to kick back up the email newsletter. It's going to be different than what it was before. Our members get a newsletter that's going to be a lot more detailed, and it's going to have some other things on it that the regular newsletter is not.
Probably not, but if you want to just send it to me, you can.
So if you guys want to be a part of that, send us an email and put in the thing newsletter. We're going to be kicking up a lot of that kind of stuff again. So Robin's made hint about maybe even doing the blog. We don't know when she's going to start her oils classes, but those are going to be coming again pretty soon. So like I said, we're going to be geared up to try to help everybody be prepared and to be able to get through what we believe is coming, and that we're past the point of no return. And so don't forget, go to the Homesteaders Hub Facebook group, Facebook page, sign up, because that's going to be a very valuable asset for everybody.
Well, not just the Facebook page, but if you actually go to Homesteaders Hub, the website, the nice thing is that if for some reason something happens with Facebook,
Yeah,
it's its own independent
it's its own
site.
thing.
So after raising my 9 boys, I surely was not ready for the following 26 grandkids, and they started having kids. Oh my gosh. She sounds like my grandma.
20.
My grandma had 6 girls.
I would love to have 26 grandkids.
Evil on my bones, I bet. Whew, Lordy. All right, y'all. We love you, but we love chicken. So, here we go.
Good night, y'all. God bless, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.